If you were a caricature, let's find out what would be accentuated. If you're not familiar, caricatures are images that are meant to accentuate certain aspects of the person that is being drawn. So we're going to take this and put a little twist on it. If a reader, someone who could read your energy, was to draw a caricature of you or describe a caricature of you, let's find out what attributes will be accentuated and what this says about your physical or emotional or metaphysical state of being. Please remember that these readings are meant to be taken lightheartedly and meant to heal and assist. All right. Praying that this reading brings peace, love, light, healing, and clarity to any of you that feel guided to this designated area. Starting with group 1, all the way down to group number 4 down here. Let's take one more glance through group number 1. Group number 2. Group number 3. And group number 4. Feel free to select as many groups as you feel guided to, but we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so those of you that resonate with group number 1, the number 48 here. I'm getting that, first of all, you have some connections to group number 2 already before we could even get started, okay? But we are going to focus on you right now. Group number 1, the number 48. If you were a caricature, let's find out what would be accentuated and what does that say about you, okay? For my group number 1s, you have this very aloof, cold, and detached look to you. It's giving very Queen of Swords, Aquarius. I'm hearing the word sinister. So your caricature would look like a supervillain. The quote by Meg Thee Stallion comes to me right now. So bad I look like a supervillain. So it's this concept of like this person's facial structure is so perfectly symmetrical, and just the expression on it is so cold, detached, aloof. Like, I said what I said, I'm going where I'm going, I did what I did, I'm doing what I'm doing. So again, your caricature would heavily take after popular supervillains. And when I say popular supervillains, I mean the ones that you kind of side with, even though they are straight up against the good guys, okay? You would be the favorite supervillain, okay? That's what's coming through right now. We have the Ace of Swords. So heavy emphasis on sharp details. You would have, but I couldn't even get it out. You would have a sharp tongue. I feel like your caricature would probably have some sort of tongue that resembles like a snake or a lizard of some sorts. We have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. The Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the World card. There's also this energy of maturity. There would be maturity that would be emphasized, okay? Something that you have under your belt here. There would be some sort of like trophies or mementos, okay? There would be a lot of those accentuated for your caricature, like a lot of diamonds, a lot of rubies, a lot of jewels, or a lot of paper, a lot of words written on this paper. There's something about a collection here. Your caricature would be accentuating some sort of collection or some sort of infatuation here. I'm being brought to very like cold, sharp eyes. And when I'm describing these things as cold and sinister, it's just the essence of the photograph, not so much the essence of you. The caricature itself is really emphasizing the truth hurts, and this concept of who's really your best friend, the one who's honest so much that it hurts, or the one who lets you get away with things. It's that kind of energy here. You could even be more of an anti-hero as opposed to a supervillain. Okay, let's see. The color blue and purple, those two colors would be your main color scheme, which puts extra emphasis on that crown chakra and the throat chakra. Saying directly what's on your mind, you would have some sort of exaggerated form of speech. Like, I'm getting this energy of like echolocation. Like maybe your caricature would be drawn with like the mouth open and like visible sounds being made. You're coming through as very pop art, very animated as well here, very dramatic, theatrical even. We have listening. Yeah, and with listening coming out here with the Ace of Swords, this is extra emphasis on the color blue. That would be significant in your caricature, as well as that sliced energy, whether it's showing through the actual tongue itself, representing that of a serpent, or if you have a sword or a scythe yourself here. There's also this energy of you would have something with you that would be accentuated, whether this would be a magic wand, again, that scythe or that sword, or all hail the magic conch. Oh, you see, if you know, you know. Okay, but you would have a talisman. You would have something that would accentuate or highlight your superpower. Okay, and we have abundance. So your caricature would be culturally authenticated. There would be something historically accurate about this caricature. There's something like everything about this, the precision, the perfection put into this caricature, like you will not catch me slipping. Okay, yeah, we have authority here at the bottom of the deck. So your caricature would also accentuate the fact that you are not one to be crossed, and also you are one to come with the facts. So your caricature could also even have like a big head, like a big old brainiac kind of head energy, and then like a big old crown sitting on top of it, like the king or queen of everything, okay, the ruler of my world, okay, that kind of energy coming through here, very much so. You better do it. Let's see, what else can we get here? What else? There's something about mirroring, okay. If you wouldn't be in a mirror, you would be looking at your reflection in a river or a lake or a stream or something like this. Obviously, it would be still water if you're looking at it. Whatever. We have Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, creativity, genius, writing, expression, and artistic flow. There's that blue. I can't make this up. I said that you would have a lot of blue emphasized in your caricature. And she has like these sharp, cold things around her. Is that paper? Yeah, she has paper with her as well. Like I said, like well spoken, well written. I said you would have some sort of talisman. I'm surprised she doesn't have a pen or something in her hand, but she has a key around her neck. She has wings, and she seems to have some sort of connection to the Raven spirit, which is, I feel, a spirit that is misunderstood when it's deemed as something dark or negative. And I feel like this has a lot to do with, again, that supervillain versus the anti-hero versus the the reason for it all. Okay, yeah, two kittens you must choose. See, this is the reason for it all. It's like this good gal gone bad storyline is coming through here for your caricature. If your caricature had a storyline, it would definitely start off with you being like the center of someone's world, and that kind of all comes crashing down for whatever reason, and you just feel like you are thrown to the wolves, if you will. And we have Artemis of the forest, as I just said, thrown to the wolves. We have now you are independent and free. Exactly. Wow. Your caricature would also probably not have much clothing on. There would be more war paint. There will be more foliage. Again, I talked about cultural correctness, historical accuracies, things of that nature coming through here. And this would be a time like the Dark Ages is something that's being highlighted right now. Okay, you are unlike anyone else. Your contradictions and complexities are interesting. The number 35. So your caricature would probably also have something kind of like mismatch on, like maybe two different socks, or maybe one side of their hair will be put up in a ponytail and the other side will be down. Or for some of you, you wouldn't be down with that at all. For others of you, it's like maybe your dress or your suit is asymmetrical, or something is kind of like chic. It's different, it's cool, it stands out. Like it's something very traditional with a twist. This is what your caricature would look like. Your traditional supervillain or anti-hero that is just appealing enough to attract everyone's attention and to attract everyone's good graces, and with a soft twist. There could even be like this energy of maybe your caricature would have like two faces, or like two sides, or like day and night kind of energy here. Any last messages? I'm being brought to blues and greens, like a seafoam green to be specific. Artemis, the story of Artemis is relevant to you, okay? If you would like to take a deeper dive into this reading specifically, Artemis would also have something to do with your caricature's attributes and things that are accentuated. It's making me think of, again, that talisman. That talisman could be a pen, a microphone, a paintbrush, a magic wand, a sword, a scythe, a place that you hold these gold souls is what she has here. There's also this energy of you would have something kind of like hidden behind your back because you don't expose your hand here. Ooh, excuse me. Take that as extra confirmation. There's a mystery, there's a darkness, there's a big old question mark, but a whole lot of curiosity, and a whole lot of love, and a whole lot of success, and a whole lot of respect. There's a lot of respect held for this group and your caricature, and that would be accentuated is your power, your royalty, your sense of self, your stature, your stability. That would be accentuated, but with this edge of a softness. It's like I'm being brought to like a cliff, and instead of having a sharp edge like what would be expected, it kind of like gracefully falls off. Like you could kind of like slide down, like it's a slope into the next realm, the next reality, the next space. There would also be emphasis on the hips for the feminine caricatures. And I'm seeing that this has a lot to do with pent-up energy in the area. being released here. Okay, so that, again, there's more accentuation on something coming out of you. Okay, whether this is like the echolocation with the visible sound, or whether this is energy waves radiating off of you, but they're visible. You can hear them, you could see them, you could smell them, you could taste them, whatever it may be. There's something here that you would dominate in, and that would be expressed through your caricature. Okay, so this is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. I hope you enjoyed. If you select another group, I'll see you there. But if not, take care. Be well. Until next time. Bye. Off to group number 2. Group number 2. I am immediately getting that your caricature would accentuate affluence, snootiness. Preppy energy is coming through here as well. Your caricature would get very specific with structure, color, patterns, and ways. I'm specifically seeing a what is it called? Like a uniform skirt that girls would traditionally wear to schools, but it's checkerboard pattern. Like it's plaid, not plaid. No, it's not plaid. It's specifically checkerboard, but it almost emulates the way that plaid would lay, so that it lays really nicely. But there's something about like precision here. There's something about handmade, handcrafted, okay? And there's also something here potentially showing that you would not be alone in your caricature. So there seems to be someone that you're always with, okay? This could be your child. This could be a sibling. This could be a sibling that you've taken kind of under your wing as your child, in a sense. Or if it's not that deep, I'm just seeing you could be pictured with someone younger than you, or just children in general, whether this is a younger sibling or someone who fits the bill. We have the 6 of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Cups. All right, so in this caricature, what would be accentuated here is, again, it would be you and someone else, but you would have the majority of people's attention with your stature, with your stance. It would be very clear that you are in a protective mode to protect this child or this animal, this creature, this sister, this sibling, whomever you're here to protect. And your caricature would accentuate around you that it was a tough battle. There would be like battle wounds and scars. Maybe you would even have like a scar or a bandage or something like this. We have perception here. Yeah. If you look closely at this image, she's looking into that image of herself, and it's aged. It's scarred. It's used up, if you will. Your caricature would accentuate all the things that you view as your wounds. But there's a beauty in this. Like, yes, it's all of your wounds, like they're invisible for everyone to see, but we also see your strength, and we also see the love that you have for this thing or this person that you are protecting here. Healing. And that's the most important aspect as well, too, is that these wounds would be healing. Some of these wounds were self-inflicted. Okay. Oh, wow. Mother Nature. For a lot of you, yes, this is about being a mother and how that could have potentially saved you in a way. Take it as it resonates. Ugh, excuse me, but I take that sneeze as confirmation. Okay. What else here? What else? All right, so breasticles would be accentuated here. Girl powered would be accentuated here as well. I told group number 1 that there was a connection to group number 2, and look, group number 2, you have a connection to group number 1 because they popped out here. I'm not going to take this, but I'm going to read it. Number 31, once upon a midnight dreary, creativity, genius, writing, expression, artistic Hello. You would have a talisman for your voice, meaning like a megaphone. I'm seeing like a really extravagant megaphone or something like this. Or like a trumpet or a horn. Time to say goodbye. Something is about to end for now. The number 13. See, again, it's that sorrow that I don't want to leave you. I'm protecting you. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for us. It's definitely this energy of like being forced to, even if this is far from the truth of your story, what's being accentuated is your ability to protect and your ability to tap into your emotional intelligence, to be sensitive, to feel for other people. This is what would be accentuated here. Even if this storyline has nothing to do with your actual life, it's just emphasizing the fact that you would practically lay down your own life for someone else here. Heavy emphasis on dragons. Okay, we have the Dragonling Garden. A new world is born. See, all this birth talk. Some of you could have kids in the year of the dragon, or you were born year of the dragon, something like this. Okay, what else? It's definitely giving Mulan vibes, okay? On top of the accentuated breasts, there would also be armor. Like, I'm seeing broad shoulder armor, like pads in that sense. And also I'm seeing like bigger feet. I don't know if someone feels like they have big feet, but it's something like big shoes to fill is really the emphasis here. We have Orca Magic, the Akashic Libraries open. Yeah, as I'm talking about big shoes to fill, we have the Akashic Records opening up, showing you all that you are capable of, all that you will achieve, all of these things here. So it just seems as though your caricature would be going from one journey to the next. There's like this energy of a transition, like I have to get past this point, like this is a check mark or something. Not a check mark, a checkpoint on this journey. We have the butterfly ferrets. I am reborn. See, a transition. So that also lets me know too that your caricature would look young. Your caricature would look, which is the complete opposite of group one. There was a maturity there, like a sharpness, like a mature jawline kind of energy. But here you have the sharp eyes, but there's something about everything surrounding the sharp eyes that softens the entire look, the entire appearance. There's this soft essence. And it's interesting that we're talking about this age thing because it's all about, again, perception. And the perception card is out here. And it's showing someone looking at themselves older than they actually are. That's why there's a connection between the two, because it's like you selected this group being depicted as younger. However, you feel older. You have this mature essence about you. There's a very interesting dynamic here. All right. Anything else? Yeah, as I'm talking about an interesting dynamic, I'm brought to this number 5 here. I am reborn. Transitions are not fun. They're not pretty. They're not beautiful. They can be, but usually it's right after the transition or right before. Okay. I'm getting something about like a lot of moving parts here. Excuse me. You could potentially what would be accentuated would be the vigilance in your eyes. Okay, the first group had like this harsh cold thing in their eyes, kind of not like in a negative way. You would just have to watch it to know what I mean. But for you, it would be more of an intent focus on the next move that you're making. This is more of a protective stance. This group is giving very much 7 of Wands energy, 7 of Swords energy. Very much so. Very much so. Very calculated, well thought out, and it's all in result of this person, place, or thing or pride that you are protecting. So Big eyes, big sharp eyes, big breastises, accentuated feet, and shoulder pads like armor. Potentially dark hair. If the hair is dark, the skin is extremely light. There's something about juxtaposition, opposites, yin and yang energy coming through here. And that's what the intense healing energy is this yin and yang, having the balance between the two. Yeah, because even the orca is black and white. There's heavy emphasis on black and white, yin and yang energy coming through here for you, which actually makes sense because your image is of this man and this woman on these two opposite ends of the spectrum. It could give that yin and yang energy, but it's also giving the fact that it's not just as simple as yin and yang usually coming together with those smooth edges. This is kind of like you have to like Rubik's cube this shit together. Okay, there's something about that here. So that could also let me know too that your appearance would be very opposite of whomever it is that you are protecting here. Your appearance would be more dark, shadowy, Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords energy, while the person that you're protecting would be more of a childlike, the Sun card, shiny, new essence here. It's like this is like protecting innocence here. So your caricature would accentuate the fact that you feel the need to protect your own innocence as well as other people's innocence, whatever that may mean to you, on this path to unlocking these Akashic libraries, to birth these new worlds and make beautiful transitions through these endings into these new beginnings, healing through it all, knowing that the perception is what gets you through it all. There's this very big energy here for this group where you are like that great motivational speaker or that great friend that gives great advice, but you don't know how to take your own advice. That would be something that would be accentuated here as well too. The way that this would be expressed is maybe you would be in more ratted or tattered clothing, while the individual, the person, place, or thing that you are protecting or building, it looks immaculate. You know, there's something about this here, okay? So this is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you select another group, I will see you there. But if not, take care, be well until next time. I'm off to group number 3. Okay, group number 3. You would automatically be classified as some sort of nerdy concept that would be accentuated for your caricature. This is not to say that you are a nerd, even though there's nothing wrong with nerds. Okay, for some of you, you might wear glasses. Okay, this is the first thing that is standing out to me. Or you are just very well versed in something. You know, like the dictionary front and back. You know the answers to this one topic, this one subject, like with your eyes closed in your sleep kind of energy here. You would be accentuated as some sort of brainiac or perfectionist or whiz, okay? Like a prodigy. You might even be depicted as like a baby doing something that a baby shouldn't be able to do because you're just that good. The Five of Swords. That's crazy because I was literally just thinking of like a baby. I was thinking of Stewie with a gun. This is the kind of energy that would come through for your caricature. It would be accentuating your badassery, if you will. Your inner Stewie energy. Yeah, the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. Okay, so there is a little bit of a connection between this group and the last group, number 2, but take that as it resonates, okay? I find this very funny, actually. But there's heavy emphasis on like this baby face energy. Your caricature would definitely be small. I don't know if maybe you're a short person, or if you are just usually younger than most people, or you just look like you are a lot younger than you actually are. Yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles. You would definitely, the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. There's definitely this energy of possessing more wealth than you look like here. So even if your caricature is small and like a baby gangster holding a gun, he also has like money bags on his side. Like this is giving Stewie energy all day, you guys. Like I'm literally just seeing Stewie like morphing into different like forms of a gangster or something like that, okay? Let's see. Tell me more about Group number 3 is caricature. Yeah, but just knowing more than what you let on, okay? Also, this energy of playing dumb for as long as you need to, for as long as you want to. We have authenticity here. This is emphasizing the switch up. Because you see how she has on the darker colors, but in the wardrobe is like all these pinks and things here. So it's like you have these multiple sides to you, but you choose this 5 of Swords, 7 of Wands, darker, don't fuck with me aesthetic. We have celebrations here. And this actually makes you very happy. So no matter what the caricature would look like, it would accentuate your youth, your badass side, and how happy you are, okay? This is really interesting. We have awakening here. It's giving Sleeping Beauty. Oh my God. Okay, so there's also this energy here too that your caricature would emphasize some Don Juan or femme fatale energy where like everyone wants me. I'm just drop dead gorgeous. I'm sexy. I'm hot. Maybe you don't have a shirt on and you're showing your pecs off, or you're showing off your jewels, or you're showing off this, or you're showing off that. And there's also this energy of not having to try too hard here. We have the fairy ring, new skills, advanced training, rapid improvements. The number 37, not having to try too hard. Again, that prodigy energy is really coming through here. We have the black cat, lost magic, atonement, rebalance. Okay, there's that again. Like you have all of this like really fun, happy, exciting energy, but through the transitions you are like in your all black, you are not smiling, but you're also smiling. Like there's this very interesting juxtaposition between how you feel and how you look, or what you believe in and what you say and how you look. And there's something about a juxtaposition here. A loyal guardian, a magical protector is there for you. The number 33. All right, so all of your numbers that came out here are in the 30s. Okay, we have 37, 30, and 33. There's something about your caricature that would express your adventurous side and how you're not afraid to do something time and time and time and time and time again. There's something about repetition here. Okay, bottom of the deck we have bats in the belfry. I don't know if it's belfry or belfry, but I think belfry sounds better. Bats in the belfry, you can achieve great things. The number 7. Yeah, so if you believe that you can achieve great things, I think that that means that you don't mind going through or going over something 20 to 25 to 30 to 70 times if you know that that means that you're going to get to the goal in mind. There's definitely this energy of patience that would grace your caricature. It would be accentuated, like a softness in the eyes. There would be patience accentuated here. Maybe even the concept of time would be accentuated with your caricature. Like maybe there would be a watch on your wrist, but it's busted and like you can't see the time, or a whole bunch of sand hourglasses behind you, or like things of that nature. What else? Heavy emphasis on the color orange and just warm tones, so earthy tones, as well as the color black. You would definitely have your hands on something, whether it's a gun, an instrument, a tool, a wand, a sword. It could be anything, but you would definitely have a talisman or that thing that helps you achieve this badassery. Okay, now for some of you, there's also this energy of having like a sidekick, like an animal with you all the time, hence that loyal guardian. I feel like you would have like a badass dog on your side, or something that shouldn't even be alive, but it's alive and it's got your back kind of thing here, or like even an alien or something like that. Something that most people would fear or not even understand, but it's like right there in plain view. Maybe it's like a talking whale that walks with you on every mission that you go on. Okay, there's something fanciful about your caricature and what would be accentuated. Okay, anything else about group number 3's caricature and what would be accentuated? Badassery. Point blank period. Badassery and attention to detail. There's something about like spirals. There could even be like spiral staircases or like springs or something like this that's relevant, or like the springtime, but I was being brought to the fall time for you. But spring and fall could be very relevant. I feel like maybe these are your two prime states here, because we do have that authenticity. It's giving very much fall and spring with the pink I keep saying juxtaposition in this reading, but it's like that's what keeps coming through here. But it's like this pink aspected against this fall tone, this fall vibe. Okay, so it's like this very feminine, soft, girly aspect with this very goth, emo, tough warrior exterior. All right, so this is all that I have for you, group number 3. Thank you for tuning in. If you select another group, I will see you there, but if not, have a good one, and I'm off to group number 4. Yeah, group number 4, you would be the jokester. I'm hearing don't take it personally, don't take it seriously. But there's a seriousness to you here. There's this very serious, I'm not worried about your feelings energy with this group, okay? Let's see what this is about. Let's get into it. What is it? The 5 of Cups. Okay, I immediately heard, I don't want to get into it. There's this energy of your caricature would be pissed off about something, but you're focused on something else. Yeah, the Magician. Like the 5 of Cups, you lost out on something, or there's something about like a public loss here. Like maybe everyone knew that you played the lottery and you didn't win, or they knew that you were dating this person and they cheated. But you are trucking along anyways with this Page of Cups here. So your caricature's imagery would accentuate colors more than anything. Oh, this is interesting. Your caricature is very different from everyone else's. Yours would be watercolor with not a lot of closed lines. It would be a lot of open-ended energies, a lot of open-winded spaces, a lot of things up for question. We have the 2 of Cups here. A lot of things that are up for chance. A lot of things that will be up for interpretation. So your caricature imagery would not be so much focused on trying to accentuate anything about you. It would actually be a mirror to those that are observing you. We have abandonment here. So this definitely lets me know that there's some sort of ego loss here, where your caricature would not accentuate anything about you because you have ascended beyond that in some way, shape, or form. This is part of your story though. Okay, listening came out in group number 1, so you may have felt drawn there. But this is a part of your storyline, is to kind of like surrender a specific aspect of yourself, but still have this gusto, this energy for life, this drive to keep going. It's like, it's almost as if like you're like, yeah, I was betrayed, but look at what I'm creating. Look at what I'm doing for those around me. Look at what I'm doing for the world. Snow White and her animal friends. You inspire trust and confidence. The number 9. Yeah, there's definitely this solo dolo energy here. Very much giving like there wouldn't be much shape or much form. I'm just seeing a whole lot of rainbow watercolors and some black squiggly lines, and that would be your caricature. The butterfly ferrets, I am reborn. Again, it's that lack of ego in your caricature that would make it all about you, if that makes sense. Okay, and we have Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. Bottom of the deck, we have a loyal guardian, a magical protector is there for you. And the back of the deck, a time to say goodbye. Something is about to end for now. Okay, so you have a melting pot of groups 1, 2, and 3 in this reading, but most prominently is most definitely group number 1. If you wanted to watch another group, I would highly recommend group number 1. All right. And 3, if you felt so guided to do so. I just got a whiff of some very strong cologne. It's the kind that smells like rubbing alcohol at first, but then once you like get into it, it actually has a nice undertone to it. I don't know why that was relevant here, but yeah, back to your caricature. It would be a lot of color, not so much structure. There would be a lot of animals around, maybe specifically raccoons. I'm seeing a pink raccoon, most specifically, like a cotton candy raccoon would be a thing. This is giving very Alice in Wonderland, like you paint the picture. You tell me what you see. You tell me what you want to be. You tell me where you want to go, and I'll take you there. And I will take you there. I'll take you. You know, like the intro, outros of this channel. But yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense with this abandonment and this listening here. It's like you were able to strip away so much of your own ego because of all the issues you've been through, whether this is good, bad, beautiful, ugly, whatever. But just your experiences as a whole have you to this point where you're like, yo, my dream is to make their dream come true. It's to make them feel heard. It's to make them feel this. It's to make them see this. And you're very serious about that. Okay. There is a heavy emphasis on protective energy here, which I believe came up in group number 2. So yeah, there's a lot of energy sprinkled throughout this reading. You decide where you will end up, and thank you so much for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. This was all that I have for your caricature reading. I'm sorry that it wasn't as structured as everyone else's, but I think that that's very telling of you and your soul's ascension. So leave love in the comment section down below. Let me know how this resonated, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.